More women are becoming parents later in life, which means many are navigating two major transitions at the same time, raising children and then going through perimenopause.
Experts say the combination can feel like a double scoop of stress, but understanding what is happening in our bodies can help parents respond with more self-compassion and find strategies to support both their own well-being and their families. So joining us for a discussion on this is our parenting expert, Dr. Cheryl Ziegler. I'm so glad we're talking about this, Dr. Ziegler. Thank you. Welcome.
I know. I've wanted to talk about this for a while now. I really see this. Actually, it's funny, there's an article about it because it was just an observation I made where it was like, oh yeah, kids are going through puberty at the same time that their mom is going through perimenopause. And so that's two big hormonal fluctuations happening at the same time. This is a big deal.
Yep, and let's talk about perimenopause, one of Sam's favorite topics.
I'm in it. I'm here. I feel it.
But just kind of explain, right? Like, when do you kind of feel that onset? What does it feel like? What is it?
Yes. So perimenopause is the transition between your birth, your birthing years, your high reproductive years, to when your body might go into menopause. And it can last like 10 years.
Wow.
So it can start in your mid-30s, 35 to 40, and again, last a decade. And so when you look at women having children later in life, they are now having this experience of going through this while their kid is also going through their changes. And so now you've got two people in the household having these mood fluctuations and hormonal shifts, and they're hard sometimes to pick up at first. You don't know what's happening. So that's what perimenopause really is. It's that transitional stage.
Yeah, and it's like all the symptoms too. And I'm glad we're talking about just hormones in general, because what I didn't know either about puberty now is that kids are, in your book, you mentioned like the prepubescent years. So like my daughter's 9. Technically, she's going through puberty because it happens in the brain first. Wow. So even though there might not be the physical showing of puberty, she's going through it. Am I right?
Right. So kids are going through puberty earlier, by and large, and then women are having children later. So the combination is colliding, right? So if you had a child, let's say at 30 or 33, well, they could be right there at that exact moment when you're in your early 40s. Well, your kid is also 10 to 13 years old and going through their changes. And so why you say, like for you want to talk about it probably, is these mood swings are up and down in perimenopause too. And so then you're not sleeping well.
No.
And you feel like you have brain fog.
Yep.
And some days you feel okay. And then some days you don't feel okay. And so it is this questioning of yourself too for women of, Am I like going crazy? Is this really, maybe this isn't anything. I shouldn't say anything. And that's where the self-compassion and just the understanding of what's happening can really make a difference.
Yeah, okay, help us out. What are some things we need to be cognizant of, or maybe even some tips you have to help us navigate this?
Yeah, well, I think first, if you're in about this age range of mid-30s to mid-40s, and you're like, oh, listening, if you're having mood swings, you're having difficulty sleeping, you find that you're more irritable, you have brain fog, and what that means is sort of you're not thinking as clearly, memory issues, those may be signs of perimenopause, and I would go see your doctor and say to them, what's happening? Maybe we get my hormones measured. Maybe it's just something you have to give yourself that time and space. Exercise is really important. All the things that are important for so many things. But it gives you a reason to sort of say it's a motivator to prioritize it.
Yep.
Right? Because again, if you're not taking care of yourself and your hormonal shifts, it's going to be harder to do that for your kid when they're going through their hormonal shifts. And because you don't even know what's going on with you, and then you might be less patient with them. So I like to always encourage women, you taking care of you allows you to be the mom or the parent that you dream to be. And if you have things going on and you're not taking care of them, you're probably not going to be. And that's where guilt and burnout and stress just creep in because you're not showing up the way you want to be, but you don't understand why.
Right.
And some of it really starts with taking care of yourself.
And just naming it, right? Just understanding that we are going through this.
Yes.
So I love that.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay. We aren't alone, ladies. We are not alone. No, we're not. Dr. Ziegler, thank you so much, as always.